Hi to all members and supporters, it's Rocket here, just giving you an update on our pre-season to tell you how it's all going in practice matches and also our new recruits that have come to the club. We started about 5 weeks before Christmas with very good numbers hitting around the traps that a lot of clubs are struggling for numbers, but we've had between 32 and 40 to each of the nights. We started again after Christmas, January 17th, and we, like most organisations, been hit with COVID, so numbers have been down a little bit with players in isolation. Players, probably about 15 have had COVID so far. So we've had about 30 to 32. Obviously those numbers are inflated with the under 19 guys from last year have joined in, which is a great fill for the club. Practice matches start March the 5th. We play Collegians, which is 6 weeks before our first game, but it'll certainly be a good hit out for us. The next weekend is the long weekend. March 19, we play Montmorency out in the northern suburbs somewhere. We haven't got a ground at this stage. March 26, we play Banyule. Then April the 2nd, we are still looking for a game. So we're struggling. Most competitions start on April the 2nd, so there's not many options around at the moment, so we're still looking. So we're obviously excited about the season. We think last year that we were hitting some really good form as we entered towards the finals. We've only lost one player from last year, which is Tom Forster, who's going overseas. That may change with Omicron, I suppose, but at this stage he's the only player that we've lost. Our new recruits to the club, we've recruited quite well. Quite a few are aligned to VFL clubs. Main recruit we've got at the moment is from Yarrawonga. We've got a few players from Yarrawonga, but is Matt Casey, who has played mostly as a forward, but has played centre half back. He's 6'3", and he'll be playing centre half back for us. So he hasn't started training with us at this stage, but he'll be on board shortly. Another two lads from Yarrawonga who are brothers, Jack Sexton and Will Sexton, who are training at VFL clubs. Jack is a 20-year-old who's at Richmond VFL, and Will is an 18-year-old at Xavier College who was on a scholarship there, who is training at Box Hill. We hopefully envisage that they might be with us a fair bit, I suppose depending on COVID and their form, but Jack is a live wire midfielder half forward, bit in the mould of Charlie Haley, except he does tackle, and he's quite tough in the way he plays, so he'll be a great acquisition. And Will Sexton's a bit taller, 6'1", 6'2", intercept marking player in defence, and really tough as well, so we're really pleased to have those boys on board. A signing that we've got is friends of most of our players, who's originally from Shepparton and who played at Noble Park the last few years, is also at Richmond VFL, Nathan Oakes, who's a big-bodied midfielder. So he's joined the club and will really give our midfield a bit of a boost. Great to report that Cam Manuel has returned to the club after a year off up the bush, and obviously with work commitments, but we're really pleased that he's back on board and is training exceptionally well. We've also recruited a ruckman. Needless to say, our ruckman at this stage are quite good, but he's a developing player who's at Carlton's VFL list, Henko Kronya, so at 6'7", 6'8" in the old language, so a very aggressive player, so he'll be certainly a great addition to the team. And the last one at this stage is a young lad who was captain of Gippsland Power last year, was unlucky not to be drafted, Mitchell Machete, who's on Carlton's list as well in the VFL, and he'll be with us. He's a back flanker who can play in the midfield as well. So all in all, we've added 6 or 7 players who will play most games with us, and at this stage only lost one. So we're looking forward to an exciting season. Players are training really well, they're up and about, and we can't wait for the season to start on April the 15th. So thanks very much for joining in, and we look forward to seeing you at training and at the games.